global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Global Happenings Today. We have a trending news and the topic reads, Senator Abaribe calls for the resignation of President of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, as the President of Senate cautions him to withdraw that statement. But before we go straight into the news and further analysis, would you like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button? Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please click on it to get notified. Let's go straight into the news of the day. The Senate Minority Leader Afenifere Abaribe has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to resign as president over rising insecurity in the country. He made the call on Wednesday when the Senate discussed a motion on national security challenges and the need to restructure Nigerian security system. Mr. Abaribe, who was the first to contribute to the motion, faulted President for failing to tackle the security challenges in the country. The senator wondered why the president would claim to be surprised at the rising insecurity in the country. He also called out the presidential media aide for referring to the Christian Association of Nigeria, that's CAN, as a political party for condemning the killings by Boko Haram. If you want to treat an issue, you go to the head, he said. We did not appoint the IG or the security chiefs. We will go to the president and ask him to resign, the lawmaker said. The Senate President Ahmed Lawal interrupted the lawmaker and asked him to focus on how to tackle insecurity. Well, Nigerians voted APC because they promised to tackle insecurity, but they have failed, Mr. Abaribe said. A member of the opposition party PDP continued. Well, excuse me. Again, Mr. Lawan had cautioned him against being partisan. Nasarawa Senator, that's Abullahi Adamu, also stood up to condemn Mr. Abaribe's comments and demanded that he withdraws them. The deliberations are still underway. The lawmakers have set aside Wednesday to discuss security issues in the country that have seen attacks by Boko Haram, kidnappers, and so-called quote-unquote bandits increase, especially in the northern part of the country. On Tuesday, Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, that's the Nigerian president, said he was surprised at the growing insecurity and said his government will be harder on the bandits. You have heard what the president said. Abaribe said Abaribe took the bulls by the horns. We've always known that Abaribe is one hell of a senator who doesn't care whose hair is being gone. Even from the 8th Senate, he has always been very bold, has always been very articulate, very vocal. I could still remember him saying it. He doesn't mess word. He's not one who goes about beating around the bush. If he sees a problem, he sees it. He does not care who's else being gone. I guess that's the kind of men we need in the Senate House. But of course, you can see ethnicity playing out. Whereas Lawan should at least have heard him out for him to speak up everything that he has in his mind, then go about seeing how we can tackle it. Instead, he told him not to practice partisan politics. I wonder what he means by partisan politics when everybody, even the little child as old as 5, knows that Nigeria is besieged with so much insecurity issues here and there. Was it not just barely 3 weeks ago, Fulani herdsmen attacked a farm in Enugu that has rice worth more than 17 million naira, destroyed the whole farms in Enugu. Nothing was done. Those herdsmen were not caught. Fairly recently, there was a media house that claimed that 4 Fulani herdsmen, their bodies were seen at one of the communities in Enugu, and this community have been, I think, Aku community in Enugu, and these community members are living in constant fear. One of the politicians there, one of the non-politicians there representing the community had to come out and said, look, please, there's no such thing, and so that they don't begin to instigate Fulani herdsmen's reprisal attack on that community. They've been living in constant peace, and there's no such thing like Fulani herdsmen, but the 4 Fulani herdsmen, but seen in their community. That is definitely not their community. All these things they're saying is just because of born out of fear. So many things they are doing. Just fairly recently, Edo has been under siege. Still the same Fulani herdsmen. That's the raving insecurity issue we're having right now. Fulani herdsmen everywhere, causing menaces everywhere. and Abaribe took the bulls by the horn and calls for the president's resignation. How can a sitting president say that the same country he has been heading, the same country has been the president for over 4 years, more than 4 years? He was in the last dispensation. I'm talking about, this is his second tenure, more than 5 years of him being the president, and there have been a change in security issues. The same Abullahi that has been the security chief has been there. Technically, according to him, saying we are technically defeated, Boko Haram, but yet you see the signs and symptoms everywhere, causing mayhem, killing the soldiers in their quantum. But you have technically defeated them. We're talking about them fairly recently. We're hearing different names springing up, ISWAP everywhere, killing Nigerians in their quantum. Nothing is being done. Wasn't it fairly recently the same Edo State Fulani herdsmen killed one of the farmers there? The community members couldn't take it kindly. They called the police officers. As police officers, one of the police officers went to retrieve the body from the farm. Fulani herdsmen killed the police officer as well. The youth had to take to the street and protested over the killing of their sons, the indigene, by Fulani herdsmen. Up to now, that Fulani herdsman has not been caught. And you say you're surprised. Are you a stranger in the land? How can a sitting president say that he's surprised at the level of insecurity? I weep for my country. This is unheard of. Maybe a military man may say that, even though it's even abominable to the ears, but for a president to say he's surprised, I'm talking about a former general of the army who knows what insecurity means, who invests in an economy that is insecure. Who comes to a country where you are not sure of the fact that you'll be maimed or kidnapped? Who comes to a country when he's so sure that his life is at stake, and you tell people to come home? And this same set of Fulani herdsmen, up to today, none has been caught. When they are caught, we don't hear what happens to them. And you say you are surprised? I just know it's just a matter of time. You can imagine, he has not even finished talking. One of the senators from the north said he should apologize and retrieve what statement. Abaribe just spoke the mind of millions of Nigeria. If you can't do the job, resign, Mr. President. That job is not meant for those who are lily-livered. We felt that as a former retired general of the army of Nigeria, as a former military ruler of Nigeria, we felt that you would do more than well. We felt you even tackle the security issues in Nigeria for at least to take like 2 years, being a former military general. But instead, it's taking more than 6 years, and not just 6 years. More are springing up, and you are doing biased form of arrest. It's boiling my spirit. Fairly recently, Adamu chairman died. The festival asked for a ransom that is crazy to the ears. And after the ransom, they still killed him and made it public. As we speak, they have still not caught the perpetrators. You keep giving us things that will warm our ears. You keep telling us things that will make us feel that you're working. Talk is cheap. We want actions. Nigerians are dying in their numbers. No one is doing anything, and you're giving us talks. We want to see actions. If you can't do the job, please step aside. We got more than 180 million Nigerians. I'm sure after 180 million, there'll be somebody who's more than willing to do the job. We are playing politics with our lives. If the same man has been doing the job for more than 5 years and is yet to deliver, he should step aside. If you can't give us people who are willing to take security so serious, then please, Mr. President, step aside. Let another one do it. Don't play politics. You can imagine what the northern senators are now saying. He should retrieve which statement. He just spoke the mind of millions of Nigerians. Mr. President, give us one reason why we shouldn't call for impeachment. Nigerians are dying, nothing is happening, no one is talking, and each time you play politics, additional will be speaking Bangladesh with his mouth. How can he be saying that Nigerians should be happy? Nigerians should be grateful. How can we be grateful? We voted you in. Are you doing us a favor? That Nigerians should be grateful that before now Boko Haram used to bomb at least 6 times a day. Right now it has reduced to once a week. Error. How can you say we should be grateful that the bandit terrorists bomb once a week, and we should be grateful to you for your lackadaisical attitude to your work? What? You're only collecting your pay so you can say anything. But for every of your negligence, millions of Nigerians are dying every day. The north is inhabitable. North central, not they're now moving now to northeast. Sorry, northeast is almost gone. The likes of Borno. I doubt if people live there. If those who are living, they probably have no options. That place is now inhabitable. We have ISWAP, we have ISIS, we have Boko Haram, we have the new one that just came out, Abanoon or something. I can't even pronounce the word. And they made a strong threat that they're heading towards Edo. This one is classified. They're heading towards Edo, they're heading towards Kwara, they're heading towards Kogi, and already, and I had that information like 4 or 5 days ago. I played it as one of those things. I didn't even believe it. And just yesterday, I heard that they've already started attacking Edo. Nigerians are keeping quiet. You're telling me you're surprised. How can you tell me you're surprised, Mr. President? How can you tell me that? As somebody called your resignation, it has become another forum. Playing politics with Nigerian lives. Mr. President, with due respect, if you can't handle the insecurity of this nation, please step aside. Millions of Nigerians are dying every day due to your appointees, the people you appointed, due to their negligence. They are not on top of their jobs. Bandits have overridden the north. Bandits have overridden the north. They are gradually moving into the south. We can't keep calm. 3 years, you are barely in 1 year into your tenure. We have more than 3 more years to go. Nigerians can't wait. You are taking your time. By the time you get to the second year, maybe half of the nation would have reduced. We can't wait. They're killing Nigerians in their thousands. Please, Mr. President, arise. If you can't, step aside. I know that Abaribe have spoken. And I know he spoke the mind of many Nigerians out there. But the question is, would he not pay the price for speaking the truth? I feel so pained that Mr. President, at this level that Nigeria is, the whole world knows that Nigeria is not a safe and secure place. Mr. President says that he's surprised at the level of insecurity Nigeria is going through. No wonder. They know that if Mr. President talks, he must throw a bombshell. That's why most of the time when he speaks, he doesn't speak. Rather, he speaks through his media aide. If he's not speaking to if he's not speaking to Shehu Gaba, he's speaking through Femi Adesina. Today he spoke direct. He had dropped the bombshell that he does not know. As a sitting president, that means all along you're not even the one on seat. So who is ruling? Please, if I keep continuing this way, my heart will keep boiling. Let's stop there. Let's go to our comment section. What do you think about the statement that Mr. President said and the fact that Senator Abaribe calls for his resignation as the president of Nigeria? And what do you think will be the repercussion of what he has said concerning the resignation of Mr. President? But that is a motion to consider.